What if I tell you that all you need is 5 supplies and half an hour of your time? Being creative has a superpower. It gives us happiness, peace and freedom. I will show you my process today, but promise me one thing, start with me. You will simply love it. Limit yourself to minimum products, have them ready before starting your page. Focus on background paper, focal point and few mediums. You can use old book, magazine or even a single page. Just use what you have and make art with me. Promise me to try to start to be creative today. We gathered super pretty supplies, and from all of these I decided to go for 5 supplies journal, only 5 pieces to use on the page. We have some rice paper that I just found now and I thought it's gonna be so perfect. We have some acrylic paint from Stabilo, we have ephemera paper, it's a scrapbook paper, we have some soft pastels, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supplies only. We are gonna be using this tiny journal book. It has great pages because it's quite a sturdy cardboard inside, I must say. And this one is mixed media journal. This one is from Stabilo. It's Vicky Papidon. I'm sure you know Vicky and her amazing projects. And also, because we are limited ourselves, and I would love you to try it and limit yourself as well, we are allowed for some basics. So white gesso or white acrylic if you don't own white gesso, clear gesso, maybe masking tape, maybe some washi tape, and maybe something that I always use for outlining, which is my Inktense Derwent. Will we be using that? I don't know. However, let's start by deciding we're gonna use it double page or single page. I think I'm gonna jump in for double. I feel for it, and I would love to try to go with the 2 tiny pages spread. And I think I'm gonna start with my rice paper. I think I'm gonna jump in and have a little bit of background. Now, the reason for making yourself limited, it's for you to really try and not only I limited the supplies, but also the size of the project. Try that, it's a great way. Our rice paper is sort of halved. Obviously our page is tiny, so we don't need a huge amount of things on the background. I'm gonna start by creating the background. Possibly let's use some masking tape. Just an idea to give our page this sort of sturdiness, and also it will, if we will be adding any mediums, the things won't go through it that much, and it gives a little interest. And it's also, I like it, basically it is giving me this extra support which the project sometimes need, depending what you're using. Extra little support. Now I'm thinking to rip the papers, to just go for some, oh, I love that already, go for some basic sort of shape in our project. So something like that. Then my idea maybe would be to have this sort of going here, and then possibly maybe some flowers with it, or flowers here, and maybe this camera going on, something like that. We shall see. I think I'm gonna jump in first and just glue down the scrapbook paper. So I'm just using Pritt stick, nothing nothing serious. You can use gel medium, you can use Mod Podge, you can use any school glue, any poster glue, you can use anything you own, anything you have. And just because I'm using this doesn't mean that you cannot substitute. Substitute where you can. It's actually better if you substitute and be creative. It's even better, so I suggest to do so. We have gorgeousness page right now. Now this glue possibly isn't holding as strong as it could. That's okay too. Now we will grab some clear gesso as well, and let's think what's next, what we're gonna add, how we're gonna play with it. Maybe we're not gonna use any of these elements. Maybe we're gonna use some part of it only. Oh, I like that little butterfly going on. I love this. Then we need some paint maybe. I'm out loud thinking for you, to you, with you, because I'm just turning this around just so we can see it all, how things are. I love that. I think I'm missing a little bit of brown flower, brown leaves maybe. If I could, I'm gonna divide this, look at it, but I'm gonna test it out and see, because, oh, there we go. So now I know why I'm not voiceovering that, because honestly, sometimes the thought process, it's that importance of just here in the process to understand and see what's behind the thinking and why things are happening, how they're happening. And the really live session record, I love that here the live session sort of recording idea, it's helpful. It gives us a little bit of something. Now I'm thinking to add these here, and what about if I leave it like that for now? And can we add something from our gorgeous ephemera? Well, definitely this tiny butterfly works like a charm. It's gorgeousness. It would be just perfect color as well. But what about if we add anything else? Like obviously these are for bigger page, because these are bigger embellishments, and that's fine. This is cute. However, I'm not too convinced if it's matching it is matching this, but I'm not sure if it's matching here, to be very honest. I'm gonna be honest, I have a little bit of a trouble, maybe because it's a bit too busy. What if we add a tiny amount of gesso, and no brush this time. Let's just grab our finger. Grab your finger and let's just have a little bit of just kind of settling all and making this all a little bit calmer. Maybe this is, oops, a little bit calmer. Maybe this is why it is just feeling weirdly, maybe because of that tape in the middle. maybe this is why. So let's have a little bit of a play with white here, and I'm sure that once we have this settled, we can do a little bit of decoupaging, adding background papers with the rice paper, and then embellishments. I think I have it. Look, kind of changing the position. Where is our composition, whether it's on the sides, in the middle. I'm thinking this is just the right way of looking at this gorgeousness page. So I'm gonna focus first to add these rice papers. There we go. Something like that, kind of in the middle, I'm using clear gesso. You can use clear gesso depending on the brand. Some of them will adhere to page, some of them won't, and that's okay. You can still use any glue you have. I like using gesso. It is my primer as well. It helps me to prime my page, sort of thing. So I like that. Okay, we're gonna just get rid of that for a moment. And now we will be adding, because I'm thinking, I love these cups. I think they are just gorgeousness, and I would love to have them here. And I think they are matching. They are lovely. And I found some cute saying from my stickers. I don't know if you remember, I used to have, well, I still have in the store stickers, text stickers, and I like them. So I think I'm gonna use that as our title, and our tiny page, it's gonna be just lovely, tiny, small little art journaling a day. 5 supplies. You don't need a lot of tools, guys. I would love you to believe in yourself. You don't need everything that's out there or plenty things happening to have a gorgeous page. Quite opposite. Look at that. I think it's gorgeous. I think I love it, and that's what I was missing. It's like things were just not sort of coming together, but that's okay. Now my idea is I am missing a little bit of a teal, so I was thinking to grab some of these leaves and just place them around just to see No, they probably are better off if they be similar, even if we gonna go like this. So it's like joined sort of feeling about it, and we could have a little bit of happening there, maybe, or if not this, then we can have this one as well as maybe this one. Oopsie. This one. I was thinking to record voiceover and I thought, no, Marta, I think people will enjoy, your beautiful friends here on YouTube will enjoy a little bit of chat. So you could let me know, would you prefer voiceover or a live chatting like this? I'm guessing it's the live chatting. I love it. I think it's gorgeousness. Now we could add a tiny butterfly flying around with his little wings, and it's just gorgeousness, and also a little bit of text on it. Paint away, draw away, respect your space, enjoy the creative process. I love that. Enjoy the creative process. Or once your elements are glued down, I use just this regular Pritt stick sort of thing. Once your elements are glued down, I like adding a gesso on top, because I'm thinking I may be doing a little bit of outlining. I like doing this with my projects. I love with elements to stand out. And if you want prime your project, your surface, the flow of the pigment won't be the same. So it's great to prime it, to add a layer of sort of primer. A layer of primer. And I'm adding it kind of everywhere, because you never know where your pigment will go, land, how your process will go. So even I am adding it right now on the top of my pages as well. Let's dry this all, and we will be back for probably outlining and final touches. Let's glue down some stickers, and I'm thinking to possibly add it maybe here. You are one in kind, you are original. I like that here. Or is it too busy? No, I think it's too busy. Let's add it here, most definitely. I love having text in my pages, all kinds of text everywhere. In general, I loved having texts. Make a wish. I like that. Just smile, being in between, find the balance. I like that. Find the balance, and I may just cut out those little bits. Find the balance, maybe here. Oh, find the balance. That's matching our cups, right? Find the balance. Believe. I like that. This word is resonating a lot with me recently. Believe, I must say. Especially believe in yourself, believe in things happening in your favor and all. So yes, that's my kind of word recently, I must say. I think I'm very happy with what I see. Let me grab this. I think I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. I'm just thinking, what will we do if we're gonna grab a little bit of that delicate soft pastel-ishy, and see if we can grab a little bit of this color in here. I love this. I love this very much. It does bring everything sort of together, I would imagine. I love that. I'm gonna go with the brightest to begin with, and then we can most definitely jump in with the darker pastel. I'm not a knowledgeable person when it comes to pastels. I'm just learning about them, and to be honest, everything before, like let's say years back, I just didn't understand it, and it didn't assure me that it's a good product to use. I was afraid of it. I didn't like the fact that it's plenty of things around, like for example you can see that all these things. Now I don't mind it at all. I love it. I love how you can blend. I love that it is just such a different kind of medium. I love it. I'm gonna go for the darker one around. You need to be very gentle about it and careful, because you don't want this to be possibly too dark and too strong and all. So be sort of gently. I think I may just have a little bit of a play here. Okay, this part is not the greatest because there is glue and gel medium around, so we'll clean it off. Okay, now if you're not satisfied, let's say, with the color, or there's something you don't necessarily like, you can always go with the white gesso. If you think that it is just not what you wished for, just jump in for the gesso. I think this is too dark, so look, grabbing another brighter color. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love how balanced color is looking now. I like that. There we go. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. I think I'm gonna go for a little bit of a green, oopsie, happening here and here. I think so. I am tempted though to grab the brown one, this one, and see if we can get, let's say, a little touch of brown around. I'm gonna get the pigment directly from the pencil, and let's see if we can, because I'm not too sure how this is gonna be on the pastel, how this is gonna be acting. Oh, I love that now. This color, if you're wondering, this one is actually dark chocolate. And these are Inktense, Derwent Inktense pencils. Super. I think I would love a little bit of color play here as well. It's like a vintage feel to it, and I love that about these Inktense. They just give this extra depth. They give this definition of where the focal point is, and it really tells us where to focus our attention, sort of thing. So I love that. A little bit of shading. Same for our butterfly though. Let's have him around. And again. That's okay, that's lovely. And more here. Don't be, I'm just using water. Don't be afraid of mixing different supplies, different colors. Don't. It's like, the worst can happen is just you're gonna have to start over. You're gonna maybe use some of your supplies, but just, you can start over, and I think that's okay too, you know. So I love that. I think it's a gorgeousness page. I think I may just add a little as well in here, like the definition to this, to these, to differentiate the leaves just a little, but by little by little. Nothing too crazy, nothing too serious, just a tiny shades, so shading, so it's like a little extra. I love that. I really love that. Now, if you're wondering, the rice paper is from, it's from LineArt Craft, and the elements are from Stamperia, from Vicky. She has a brand new collection. This one is the older, her first collection, I think, I'm guessing. And she has a new one, so check it out. I think we're gonna just finish at this one. I do wish for... Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Look, we're gonna just have a little bit of... just a touch. Like a touch of shade... of shadow, I mean. I meant to say. I love this to bits. So beautiful. Sometimes the coloring, it's like how your final piece will feel, and you can change the whole feel about the project just by adding the colors. Wow. I will grab some splashes. My only worry is that exactly this is not the best brush for the splashes. I may grab maybe this one. This will do. We need a little bit of longer bristles. Oh, this is gorgeousness. I'm just testing the the splashes here. Gorgeousness. And maybe tiny touch where the butterfly is. Wow. And voila, we did it. We absolutely did it. My beautiful friends, here is our gorgeousness page. Let me try this. As our final touch, I think it will be fantastic to add some white outlining. This will be just adding a little extra to our especially dark elements. Beautiful. Oh, I love it. You have to admit, it's 5 supplies. It's really limited amount of supplies we have used today. And you can be as creative as you wish. You can, from basic supplies, create so much more than you only see. You just have to give yourself a time and a chance to experiment, and don't be afraid of a failure. The worst can happen, start over. Now, voila, we did it. We have it, my gorgeous friends. I'm gonna finish on this note. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to check in the next video. We will be continuing with the same set of supplies to create another project. I'm gonna show you for sure. So I'll chat to you soon. Let me know what you think, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.